Hello beautiful people, I am Jhoanne, the creator of Laylas Light Art. If you are here for the first time in my channel, welcome very much with much love and blessings. This is a channel whereby I am going to share with you anything has to do with art, color, spirituality, mindset, energy work, and anything that is in relations to making my passion of painting into profit as well. So if you are keen to hear how I use my energetic vortex, what is my practice, and what I've learned in terms of mindset to draw in consistent art sales, then please tune in because this is where I will share with you my journey. Okay, so I was contemplating what I wanted to share with you today. The best way to share what I'm going through is to share it from my heart and what I've actually gone through. If you've gone through my other posts, you'll see that I like to talk about how I use my spiritual daily ritual in order to attract the right clients to buy my paintings too. In a very much organic way. I am not a kind of person that does like huge marketing ads or asking people to buy my paintings, but rather to attract it in a more like internal energetic way to match the clients with me. And I'm very unapologetic when it comes to saying no if a client does not resonate to my soul. Today, I would like to share with you what has happened to me in 2024 and how I am looking forward to 2025. Stay tuned. It was actually a miraculous thing that happened to me. So in 2024, I was going through a massive heartbreak. And during that downtime, it's like my energy was so down and it's like the universe knows it. So it kind of like slowed down my paintings that were coming in as well. I would always like to say that when you're working with energy, please don't be afraid. Because whatever that shines through, whatever you cultivate inside, it will take time for it to manifest. Meaning that when you feel bad, it doesn't necessarily mean that things would stop right away. And when things feel good, it does not necessarily mean that it's gonna transpire right away. Being in this human energetic form, it means that it takes time for it to transpire. So you actually have a lot of time to work on yourself at the same time for you to stable your energy and to attract the energy that you want into your life. And so during my downtime, it was good for me because I feel like I needed to rest and I was not in an energetic space to paint at all. But when I slowly started to recover, it's like the universe kind of sent an energetic sign to me as well that I'm more ready to receive more paintings. So that is when I started to have slowly but surely commission piece coming through every month. I would like to say that for me in the past like 5 years that I have been painting, if I divided the commission piece by 12, it is pretty much a consistent sales throughout the year for 5 years straight. And I thought that was quite interesting because it is a very much of an organic way that is in alignment to my soul for me to sell my paintings as well. And the way I do it is that I have a daily ritual whereby I meditate in the morning, and within my meditation I also set an intention to attract the right client that is in resonance to my paintings into my vortex. The second thing is that I recall like in my first couple of years when my mom would say that just don't sell too expensive, like you might not be able to sell. And bless her soul, like I understand what she's talking about, like go small, go slowly so you don't fall and hurt more. But in my soul, I'm like, no, I've painted. This is my worth. I feel like this is exactly the price that I need to call in order for me to be a creative and for me to feel inspired to paint. Because if you're painting from a perspective of like, I should have charged more, this is lacking, then I just feel like the energy that is going through like the canvas won't really reflect what you and the buyer would like to. So setting that aside, for 2024, I was able to still attract consistent paintings the whole year, including my heartache energy during that period of time. If you see like this painting back here, it was actually the last commission piece that I was painting for 2024 and into 2025, because in December I was more in like a reset reflection mode. And so I was painting this last commission piece whereby he was asking for like a maroon like blue color palette combined. Towards December, I was only to paint the backdrop of it. More refreshed, I was able to finish the whole thing through. So the painting that I was able to reflect as an energetic vortex was kind of like a heart explosion that was like coming out. See? When I looked at it, I feel like this is a heart explosion, and this is how I send it energetically when I portray my paintings to my buyers and like into my Instagram page as well, where you can also follow me on Laylas Light here. So yeah, 2024 has been, first of all, a continuous year for me to bring in the right clients into my heart and soul, and the right amount of like time that I need for paintings. But the other thing that I really wanted to share was that I was able to attract an art fair invite. So in Bangkok, there is this art fair that is called the Mango Festival, and it is situated in the river city in Bangkok. So this is actually the place whereby like all like the most high-end artists can display their paintings. So last year I was actually called to display my paintings over there, but when I checked on it, I didn't even know like how to do it, and the registration was closed. And I heard that it took some time and not every artist is able to go in. So in November 2024, I got a friend who is in the painting scene, and she actually sent across an invite for me to go to Soho House for like a networking event. What happened was that I went there and I felt a little bit uncomfortable because I was just like, oh, you know, I'm really tired and I don't feel like I want to network right now. But I did pray. I said like, God, Lord, angels, anyone, if I'm already here, if I'm actually meant to be seen or meant to connect with someone, then let it be so. So I'm actually practicing my spirituality again with prayers that is coming through. And what happened was this, I kid you not. I arrived at 6:30. I was having a great conversation with like, you know, some people until like 7:15, and then I felt like, okay, maybe it's time for me to leave because I had to work the next day as well, and I was really quite tired. But what happened was that while I was going across to my friend to say goodbye, I came across a lady who was like in the same group as well, and me and her, we were starting to talk to each other. And then I told her like, you know, I feel a bit uncomfortable here, and that I'm very happy to have met her, but I'm probably gonna leave this scene soon. She looked at me, and bless her soul, she was so sweet. She was just like, okay, Jhoanne, like, you know, this is an artist person here, this is a photographer, and then she tried to like introduce me to these people, and I'm like, okay, yeah, very nice to meet you. We exchanged our Instagrams, and then we part ways again. So there's like 7:30 now, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go say goodbye to my friend. And then when I walked to my friend, she was actually like deep in conversation with like another bunch of like people, and she was actually like sitting like in the corner over there with so many people, and she was like in her zone. So I didn't want to go over there and kind of like break her groove, and so I walked back. And then while I was walking back, ready to leave, the lady was like, Jhoanne, before you leave, you need to go see that guy. His name is B, and he is the organizer of like this Mango Festival event. And I was like, oh, okay, that's so interesting. But for me to actually like go over there to introduce myself, I don't even know this person. So I was just like, this is the most uncomfortable thing that I don't want to do, right? But look, if you send across your prayers and your prayers is heard and it's in alignment with your soul, it will be done, because this is exactly what happened next. While I was walking towards him, feeling like really anxious, a lady came to me shouting my name, and she was like, how are you? And for the life of me, I don't remember who she is. And then she was like, I'm still, you know, following you on your Instagram. You really need to know this guy, B. And she's saying the same name again. And then she actually like dragged me, yeah? And she was like, B, this is Jhoanne, this is B. You guys need to know each other. I'm like, oh, okay, guess this is happening right now. So I was staring at this guy called B. And then he was just like, oh, you know, like this is like the festival that we organized. And then I was like, all right, this is my paintings. And he looked at it and he's like, oh, Jhoanne, are you interested to display your paintings at the Mango Art Festival? And I'm like, hell yes. And he's like, yeah, all right, so go onto my Facebook right now, message me, and then I will get back to you, and you will have a spot. And he was saying the spot in May in 2025 is already been filled in, but I'm gonna try to find a space for you. And mind you, I was just like, oh my goodness, it is really meant to be, because I was trying to leave, but apparently I was meant to meet this guy, and I'm meant to display my artwork in Mango Festival Art in Bangkok. So guys, I wanted to share with you that I'm going to be displaying my paintings in May, and I will send you across more details later on. I mean, talking about, you know, all the practices that I've done, and in accordance to me following my intuition as well, this is how I go about my art scene in this world. So if this resonates with you, that is great, because I don't really believe in like hard marketing. maybe some of that works with some kind of like archetype, but my archetype is that I'm a more creative vibe, energetic. I am the flower, you know, the bee will attract. If it doesn't, then it's fine. So yeah, I wanted to send across that message that that is also possible for anyone who wants to pursue your art scene and you haven't seen like a real success yet, but you feel there's a calling for you to continue to do it. Trust in yourself. Shift your mindset. Like, go watch my other videos about like how I shift my mindset and how I work on like these little things, because that would be very helpful for you as well. In any case, guys, I wish you a very, very beautiful 2025. If you would like to follow me on my Instagram, again, it's laylaslight, and you can also see my paintings over there, the journey that I've gone through. And if you have any questions, please send me a DM on my Instagram, or just like feedback, or put a comment there, and then I'll reply to you on my journey as well. I wish you a very lovely year, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!